Welcome to this video. In the previous video, you saw the algorithm to be used while converting an infix expression to postfix. Now what we'll be doing is, we'll convert that particular algorithm into a C function. So along with the function, we'll discuss the entire program itself. We'll be discussing the program to convert, a C program to convert an even given infix expression to postfix expression. So first is, we'll see what should be the function, how to design the function with the help of the algorithm that we have discussed in the previous video. I'll name the function as infix to postfix. Note that this particular function is not going to return anything. Let me have the return type of this particular function as void. That is, when we execute this particular function inside the program, within the function, we will display the equivalent postfix of the infix expression. So the return type of this function as void. Now coming to the arguments. Our objective is to convert a given infix to postfix expression. So one of the argument to the function has to be the infix expression. Infix expression is basically a string. So I have my first argument as the variable which holds the infix expression. I am taking the variable name as infix with the size of 20. Now coming to the second argument. Second argument is, while converting the given infix to postfix, we are making use of a stack. In the previous video, you might have observed how stack is basically used to convert infix to postfix. So my second argument to this particular function is a reference to a variable stack. Stack in uppercase. The variable name as S. S is a pointer variable of the data type stack. Now coming to the function, to the variables to be defined within the function, we need to go through the infix expression. We need to store in postfix expression also. So first thing is, we will declare a variable by name postfix, which is a character array of some size 20. Now we will have two more variables, I and j, to go through the string infix and as well as postfix. Anyway, string infix is the input that we might have already read in the main function. Postfix, we need to create the postfix expression within the function. So the index to the postfix expression, which I have kept it as j, is initialized to 0. Put a comma. If some variables are used later, we'll be using those variables. Now what else we need? We need a variable called symbol to hold all the characters that we are reading from the infix expression. We will have one more variable by name temp. Maybe later, while developing the program, we'll come to know the significance of temp. Put a comma. If we use some other variables, we'll be using at a later stage. Now, going back to the previous video wherein we discussed the algorithm, what was the first step? First step of the algorithm was scan the given infix expression from left to right. So infix is a string. I need to read that particular string from the beginning until end. So I will take a for loop. For I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0 because the string index starts with 0 and the end of the string is denoted with null character. So I am reading for I is equal to 0. Infix of I not equal to null character. Input is the string infix. We need to read all the characters that is there in the infix expression. So I am putting, maybe my second argument to my for loop is infix of I not equal to null character I plus. Open this for loop. Now I need to read a character at a time. So first is symbol is equal to infix of I. I am taking one character at a time and I am storing it in the symbol. Now I need to check whether the symbol is a left parenthesis, whether it is a right parenthesis, or whether it is an operand or whether it is an operator. First thing what we are going to check is, we will check whether it is an operand. We know that if it is an operand, it needs to be placed on the postfix expression. So I'm going to check if this particular symbol is an operand. Operand in the sense, in the example that we have discussed in the previous video, we saw A is one operand, B is the other operand. If the expression is 3 plus 4 or maybe 2 plus 3, there are 2, 3, 4, all those are operand. Sometimes the operand might be alphabetical character or it might be numeric values. So what we are going to do is, there is a function by name alphanumeric. So I'm going to use that particular function is alphanumeric of symbol. That means if the scan symbol is an operand, what we need to do, if the scan symbol is an operand, place it on postfix expression. So postfix of J++ is equal to symbol. Place the operand on the postfix expression. As the postfix is a string, I need to update the index of the string. Hence, I am doing a post increment. Else, in the sense it implies if the scan symbol is an operand, then I am placing it on postfix expression. If the scan symbol is an operator, if the scan symbol is a left parenthesis, if the scan symbol is a right parenthesis, what we need to do? So coming to this else part, I will open this else part. With the help of a switch statement, I will take the decision. What needs to be done with respect to left parenthesis, what needs to be done with respect to right parenthesis, and what needs to be done with respect to operator. So else switch on symbol. Now I will open this switch statement. The remaining things. Now within switch statement, first we'll write the code what needs to be done if it is a left parenthesis. So within the switch statement, first case left parenthesis. What I need to do with respect to left parenthesis. Note that left parenthesis is a character. So for this case, this left parenthesis needs to be written within a single quote. So go back to algorithm, check what we did. If it is a left parenthesis, we pushed it onto stack. So what we'll do is we'll just call a function by name push. I believe this push function we have discussed in the previous videos, wherein we have developed the push function with the two arguments. The first argument was the reference to the stack. Here, yes. Because to the function infix to postfix, there was a variable yes of the data type stack, which itself was a pointer. So push yes, comma symbol break. If it is a left parenthesis, push the symbol onto stack. Okay. Right parenthesis. If the scan symbol is the right parenthesis, what we are supposed to do? Pop the content of stack. Temp is equal to pop of yes. Note that pop was a function to which there was an argument. Yes, to which there was an argument. There is a reference of the stack, and I am holding the return value of pop in a variable by name temp. That's why we declared the temp as a character in the beginning of the function. Now I need to check while temp not equal to left parenthesis. Well, temp not equal to left parenthesis. In the sense, if the scan symbol is a right parenthesis, pop the content of stack and place them on postfix expression until you get a corresponding left parenthesis. So this temp now needs to be stored on the postfix expression. And you need to perform a pop operation repeatedly. So this is temp is equal to pop once again. Break. This is with respect to the left and right parenthesis. If the scan symbol is a left parenthesis, push it onto stack. If the scan symbol is a right parenthesis, pop from stack. Check if it is not a left parenthesis. If it is not a left parenthesis, place it on postfix expression and pop the next element and repeat the same procedure. Now, if it is not a left parenthesis, if it is not a right parenthesis, then obviously it needs to be an operator. So, write the remaining cases. It might be an operator plus, or it might be an operator minus, it might be an operator multiplication, or it might be an operator division, or it might be an operator exponential. Now what we are supposed to do, if the scan symbol is an operator, check in the algorithm what we did. If stack was empty, we directly pushed the operator onto stack. If top of stack was having a left parenthesis, we pushed it onto stack. So just write, okay, case plus minus multiplication, division and the exponential operator. I'll write the last statement once again here. Case exponential operator. If the stack symbol is an operator, check if stack is empty. How will come to know whether stack is empty? If top is having a value of -1. If S of top is equal to -1. This is one condition. If stack is empty, or I need to check whether top of stack is having a right parenthesis, or top of stack S of data of S of top is equal to a left parenthesis. If this condition is true, then I need to push the operator onto stack. Push the operator onto stack. Else, open this else statement. If stack is not empty, nor top of stack is a left parenthesis, I need to check the precedence of top of stack. So what we are supposed to do, while we'll write a function. We'll write a function by name precede, which holds the precedence of all the operator. While precede of top of stack, S of data of S of top is greater than, this is one, precede of S of data of S of top, greater than or equal to precede of the precedence of the scanned symbol, which is there in the variable symbol. This is one case. We need to have two more conditions, and sometimes what may happen is while comparing the precedence of the topmost operator, if it is greater, I am popping and placing it on postfix expression. And okay, once I pop, if it was the only element, now stack will be empty. If stack is empty, then no need to compare the precedence. So, and S of top not equal to -1, as well as and S of top not equal to left parenthesis. Close the while statement. This is this left parenthesis and right parenthesis is for the function precede. This left and right parenthesis is for the second precede function that I am using, and this close is for while loop. So you might have observed that until top of stack is having higher precedence when compared to the precedence of the scanned operator. What we are supposed to do? We are supposed to pop the content of stack and place them on postfix expression. So postfix of J++ is equal to postfix of J++ is equal to call the function pop. This is the only statement within the while statement. Within this while, wherein I am closing this while condition here, is the only statement. Note that if you are opening this while, you should need to close this while here. As it's a single statement, I am not opening the while statement. Now after this, what we are supposed to do? We need to pop the content of stack and place them on postfix, and finally the operator need to be pushed onto stack. So call push yes comma symbol. So this is about the operators. Break. So this was with respect to operand, left parenthesis, right parenthesis, and the operators. If by mistake, apart from this left or right parenthesis, if any other things come, okay, let us put it in a default statement, or maybe we'll not worry about the default statement. Assume that, okay, whenever we are passing the input to this particular program, we are giving a valid infix expression. Now we'll have this clause. This clause is for the switch statement. The second clause is for the else statement. And third clause is for the for loop. This is for switch. This was for the else part, and this was for the for loop. Now what we have done? We have converted step 1 and step 2 of the algorithm into the corresponding code. Now step 3 is still left out. What is step 3? Sometimes it may happen that there are some content in your stack. They need to be popped and place it onto postfix expression. So while s of top not equal to -1 until stack becomes empty, pop the content of stack and place them on postfix expression. Postfix of j++. Now this completes the third step. Note that postfix is a string. Always end of string is denoted with null character. So postfix of j is equal to null character. Now we have successfully converted a given infix to postfix, and our result is there in the postfix expression. Now we will print that postfix expression. Printf postfix expression is %s, which is postfix. Now close the function. Hope this function is clear. Now we'll go for the main function. In the main function, first thing is include the header file, stdio.h. Next, include, as we are dealing with string.h, and one more header file by name ctype.h. Why this ctype.h? We have used a function by name isAlphaNumeric to check whether it is an operand. That particular function definition is there in the header file ctype.h. Now write a macro for your stack size as defined, size with the value of 20. Now write the structure to represent your stack. Struct stack. Now within this two member, first member top and the second member the array which represents your stack. Now as your stack is holding character, this should be a character array. Char data of size. End your structure definition with a semicolon. Now same old thing what we'll do, type def struct stack capital stack. Instead of using struct stack every time, we'll be using the keyword stack in uppercase to represent the struct stack. So this is about the header files and the structure definition. Now we need to write a push function. We already discussed this push function in the previous video. Just only one line. As it's one line, we'll write void push. The first argument to push function was the reference of the stack star s, comma, and the item to be pushed. Here inside stack we are pushing characters. So char item. We'll not worry about the overflow condition here. Just we'll write only one line for push, that is s of data of s of top is equal to item. This is with respect to push operation. Now we'll write pop operation. Now whenever we pop, we are going to get a character from the stack. So the return type of pop as a char. And the argument to pop was just the reference of stack, so only one argument. And even this is one statement, return s of data of s of top minus minus. If you remember, in case of pop, we retrieve the topmost element and then we are going to decrement top. It is post decrement. So this is about push and pop operation. One more function to hold the precedence for each of the operator, Function name precede. I should associate an integer number with each of the operator. Argument is char symbol. Just will write a simple switch statement for switch symbol. So if this scan symbol, if it is if this symbol is an exponential, if this switch symbol is a power operator, then as I told earlier that exponential or power as having higher precedence. We'll just write a return statement, return 5. Next, if the scan symbol, if the operator is multiplication or if it is division, I will write, I should have a value greater which is associated with plus and minus but lesser than this exponential thing. So I'll have it as 3. Now case plus case minus return 1. Close this statement and close the precede function. This is about the precedence function. Hope this is clear. We are just left out with only main function. We'll complete that main function within 1 or 2 minutes. So have your main function here. Main function. Input as the infix expression char infix of some size 20. No need to declare the variable to hold the postfix expression because postfix expression is a part of your infix to postfix. We are declaring the variable there only and we are displaying. Now in this particular thing, we need to declare a variable of the data type stack s is equal to stack s. Now as we know that top of stack should always be initialized to -1, I am doing the initialization. Print, okay, that is s dot top is equal to -1. Now just in printf read infix expression scanf percentage s infix. Now, okay, we call infix to postfix function. Infix to postfix. To this infix to postfix function, the first argument was the input, that was the infix expression. Infix comma. The second argument was the reference of the stack, which is there in the variable, yes. Now this is ampersand of yes. Because why it is ampersand of yes? While defining infix to postfix function, we have made sure that the second argument was a pointer. Now this infix to postfix is going to call that the corresponding function. We do the entire transaction there and we print the postfix expression there only. Return 0. Close your main function. This is about the program, how to convert a given infix expression to postfix. Hope this is clear. If you like this particular video, please do subscribe on the channel. Thank you.